aggressive, being decisive with the picks as well. It seems like the way that they're drafting, there's already a formula that's like going through their head. Even when you know that they will be picking the Freya and the Leomord, there's still a full step process to go with it. To the point where they first pick the Leomord, they last pick the Freya, and in between they are banning and picking the heroes that will be good for their composition to just build it from there. And now we can see you. Wow. It's official. You can spell Freya with that art.
It's just, it's phonetics.
Yeah. 88% win rate. I believe that means that's 7 out of 8 games. He's only lost once with the Freya, if that's the case. The best among all players in M7 so far. Will SRG ban the hero? Thank you. Even in the headlines, that's the main thing right now. Will they ban it? Will they give it? Will they steal it?
They ought to.
They ought.
I would rather they ban it, because from blue you can't rely on getting both.
Oh yeah.
The Leomord and the Freya.
And I would also, I would agree with that. I think they should just ban it so that at least when you eventually have to first pick the Claude, you're still comfortable with it. Because I think that Innocent with the Claude, that's actually scary. And even when they were losing, Innocent, you can see a lot of potential with that hero pick. And we already know that ever since the Swiss stages, Freya has been the hero to counter the Claude. So I think that is definitely a ban.
Oh yeah. Freya to Claude is Lunox to Farsa.
Yeah. 9 wins against Claude's 3 wins. In the matchup of Freya versus Claude, we go to Dangerous Grass. 9-3. That is the win rate of Freya over the Claude.
Oh man.
All right. So step 1 for SRG is to stay blue. We're on point.
We're on point. Okay. Okay. Now you ban Hilda probably or Grok.
Yeah, because I think SRG would want to priority the Leomord. Okay, you ban the Grok.
Okay.
Okay, Leomord and Freya together are our biggest issue, right?
That's right.
So if they still give the Freya, at least that means they're picking up the Leomord.
Oh yeah, you break the combo.
Yeah, break the combo.
Break the combo at least.
It's a good place to start. I mean, we are the best of 5. Wait, they're already at match point, so
that's it. This whatever happens here has to be the right call.
Look at this. Look at this ban from Alter Ego. They banned the Sora. They gave it in game number 2. And they know that they could not repeat that kind of draft wherein they aggressively picked up the Valentina plus Kimi. They recognize that a strategy, even a draft pattern, it can be countered or denied. That's why they banned the Sora this time, and now
Freya.
It should be the Freya.
For the love that is all gigantic, Freya, it's a Kalia man.
And you know what's worse? They opened up Jushin or Eve.
Yep. So that's the other sub-note that you had, which is technically there, but I believe it has to be step by step.
Okay.
At least pick up the Leomord first, right?
At least break it. At least break it, right?
Just let Sekai's play. That's how you do it.
Oh no, the Baxia ban. You gotta pick the Leomord.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Pick it up.
But then, Alter Ego will pick up Jushin and Freya.
Yes, it will make that Leomord struggle.
My god, this is such a predicament for SRG. But what if they completely ignore it? What if they play something out of their pockets?
Professor X is sitting on Cerebro right now.
He's actually so...
He sees everything.
He's everything. He's seen this. Jushin is a good pick.
Okay, okay. So you get...
Less disastrous.
Leomord!
Or maybe just Freya Hilda.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I don't need to lean hard on the Leomord too much. I would not be surprised if Alter Ego just pick up the Leomord and Freya, honestly. But if they decide to give one up and pick up the Freya and, as you mentioned, the Hilda as well, that makes sense. If they don't want to give Innocent the Claude, that also makes sense. But then that means they'll be giving the Freya to Innocent, which we're going to have to double check our stats.
I'm not actually, no. So Leomord Uranus, yeah, you're right. They are not scared of the Freya because SRG might not have picked it.
Innocent, I believe, is 1-for-1 on the hero.
Okay.
So he does have at least 2.
And that's scary because
against Aurora PH.
SRG badly needs Shred, which now tempts you to pick up the Claude again. Because you need to really answer this Uranus eventually. You don't have access to the Lunox. So what if they go Assassin plus Lunox, like Chin, and then eventually last pick the Lunox along the way?
Yeah.
Like maybe get Chin and Hilda in this opener for SRG.
The Uranus there, shouldn't they consider picking up the Esme in the EXP?
No. Although they snatch it or they break it, there's the Hilda.
Good.
Okay.
And immediately the Esmeralda pickup. Oh boy.
Okay.
Professor X, man.
So
He's just so good at
they
drafting.
didn't follow
So good.
beat for beat the three-step process, but
Okay.
they still ended up taking away at least half of the problem.
And the best thing about this is that they do have the Chushin. So, in all honesty, I still feel comfortable about SRG's drafter here. It's just scary because eventually they can no longer pick up the Lunox now. Not an option in the EXP, not an option in the gold as well as in the mid lane.
Nope, they locked it out.
They locked it out, so Shred has to come from somewhere else.
I think you're gonna end up being stuck with a carry, man. I think Alter Ego at this point are... Yeah, no, with the Freya there, they can't get the... Oh, this is tough.
And the question, what does Sekai's playing?
Thinking about it, I feel like there's nothing.
The MSC 2024 MVP has been under the radar for the longest time, at least for a majority of their M7 runs, so...
What a great bat at the CC. That's the Shred that we're looking for.
Yep.
Maybe Harley?
The Sekai's have a Harley in him, maybe, but then the thing is, there's a Uranus on the other side. The Uranus is more than happy to just eat up the damage of the Deadly Magic. Similar to the Leomord, similar to the Esmeralda. You can bring them down low, but you're not gonna kill them.
He's also played Joy.
We also have to think about what Cram will be picking up because they badly need Shred. Alter Ego, they can get their roamer now. Red 4. In this scenario, they have access to Khalid.
They can go Guinevere again.
They can actually go Guinevere again. They themselves ban the Lunox, understandably. Understandably so. The world is their oyster right now, but I think that if they do pick up the Hylos without any kind of Shred anymore, that will be another scary pick.
Yeah.
Hilda.
And then they can just wrap it up with an Eve, Hylos, Eve, Esme, Leomord,
That's right.
Uranus against a lineup that will not have the proper Shred and won't have the proper range.
Yeah. Even the Cho is actually so good for Alter Ego right now.
Yeah.
Despite having a Hilda on the other side, could be a good way to control this Freya. There you go. There's the Cho.
On point prediction. SRG's last two picks here have to be either their ace in the sleeve they were saving for the grand finals or nothing short of a miracle.
No Sora for Cram.
Nope.
Might be left with Arlet, but it's not that good. No Alice as well. Are they going for something like a Dyroth now?
I mean, if they want Shred, Dyroth has that Shred.
Dyroth does have the Shred.
They might just be stuck with a Yu Zhong, which is still somehow left open.
But who do you hunt down?
Lancelot.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Maybe you don't have a choice. Lancelot and Yu Zhong for SRG.
One chose me to vanquish
The Suyo. Okay.
Easy prey everywhere.
Okay. But then again, you go Valentina for Alpha.
Yeah. You just go Valen. Eve is not a necessity, but I think they can still make it work.
Can make it work for sure. I mean,
The usual Freya and Suyo has made the Eve pick more difficult to pick up.
no Farsa, right?
No Farsa.
So I think Eve or Kimi are the options here for Alter Ego.
No, Kimmy's banned.
Oh, Kimi's banned. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So left with Eve.
just Eve or Valen. Unless,
Valentina is so good right now for Alter Ego.
or do they ride off into the sunset into the grand finals with a different mid lane pick just for the hell of it?
Like a Kadita.
And
A Kadita.
yeah, you know what? Yeah,
You know what? A
Or just the
Kadita.
Lilia?
this boy they can pick up anything.
Among the planes.
That's a
Eve. That's an Eve.
No need to be. I mean, it's a safe pick.
Yeah.
I am excited to see this Suyo. I want to see it succeed.
Yeah.
I think this is a more doable composition for SRG as compared to the first two games. I still feel like this Esmeralda, the first three picks coming up from Alter Ego were just genius. So just because I want to extend this game, I want to go for SRG.
Leo.
I think SRG may have found an equation that works, but they really have to play this tight because Alter Ego looks so comfortable.
You can see Selangor Red Giants on your screens as we head into the game. Lighthearted, laughing a bit. Maybe an acceptance of their inescapable fate, or maybe because they might have just drafted something that can force another game and another moment for them to shine. Will Alter Ego sweep SRG here?
5 seconds till the
Or
enemy
will
reaches the
SRG
battlefield.
clap
Smash
back
them.
finally?
All troops deployed.
If you don't ban it out, take it away, right?
Welcome
They
to
finally
Mobile
have
Legends.
the Freya in the hands of Innocent for SRG, but will that be enough? Is that all that was needed? Because this lineup looks different than what we've seen before, but it could be what is needed to extend the series here.
Yep, we're seeing another Suyo. We saw one yesterday too, and the entire idea behind it. My only worry is that Alter Ego has drafted a lineup that could really thrive in extended team fights. And if the Suyo doesn't find the immediate or sudden explosive engages or pickups that he wants, then it might be easier for Alter Ego to turn things around.
Yeah, part of that too is, again, this is a very different, I would say, pacing or tempo for Alter Ego Esports than what we've seen previously, aside from, Yozuka here on the Leomord, which we've seen so much of. And that's to kind of be expected, man. The XP laners just duking out. Flicker actually used from Nino to not get caught out there at Petrify as well from Cramp.
Yeah, on paper though, there are really so many good answers from Alter Ego in their draft towards the lineup of SRG. We did mention a couple, the Esmeralda being...
Skies. Skies fires back though. Yazuke brought low. Whole team's gonna disengage. Testing the waters at this point.
Okay, still none of these two junglers will go down just yet, but going back, yeah, we're seeing them handling the lanes pretty well. Another advantage for Alter Ego, and I think this is one of the key factors we've seen from them in all of the previous games where they've been winning out majority of the early stages of the game. So long as Nino, although he did get to use the flicker earlier on, essentially what you just need to do as the Euros is just stand over in front of your opponents.
Okay, Alec is there, but yeah, no kick on the Cho just yet. So no Way of the Dragon, no level 4. Just kind of, if you notice, both teams just kind of getting some battle spells out if they can. A couple more used from Alter Ego, but this fight could break out.
Yeah, it does come down. Yazuke brings out the Phantom Steed, but a Black Dragon is able to zone him away. Sakai's getting a free turtle here unless something can be done. No, it can't. Alter Ego decides to go back to the jungle.
That's usually what a Yuzhong will be able to provide for your team, especially around that first turtle. That Black Dragon form is enough to kind of keep everyone else at bay, especially if they don't really have the timings or the level 4s they're looking for. So that free, basically essentially a free turtle for SRG to work with. Nothing too big though, as they just go back to the rotations. Now also looking at the lineup for SRG, Stormy getting this Jushin pick was great. Really helps work together with having Yums on the hill though, like we've seen, especially on this dangerous grass map here.
Yeah, and really good rotation so far. It's nice to see that the Freya right now is in the hands of Innocent, but it's not just him on the Freya and somewhat winning the lane. There's also a bit more attention that's put towards the gold lane here, potentially looking to really shut down the sides that we mentioned for Alter Ego, starting with the gold lane. And this is going to be such a crucial part because an Esmeralda who doesn't really get the early snowball wouldn't really pose such a threat against this lineup of SRG who has so many ways and such high mobility.
It'll be interesting to see how Arfi plays this Esmeralda, because in their matchup against TL earlier on this evening, it didn't work too well for Oheb. Yazuke gonna go in.
Phantom Steed does come out, able to lock on to Sakai's. The nice kick lands on a Yums, a beautiful RWN, and Nino finds Sakai's in the bottom side. He tries to flicker, but there's no escape. Back in the mid lane though, Yazuke and Alec have gone down. SRG making a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I feel like Alec really wanted to land the kick on Sakai's there. Oh wait, Arfi!
Under the tower. Arfi able to get the falling Star Moon. Will survive.
But here comes Stormy. I'm not sure if they're still gonna be able to pressure Arfi.
He can clear this.
He'll be okay.
Okay, it was all right. So yeah, again, these team fights are breaking out objectives and everything else. You're seeing how this push and pull works, but with the lineup for SRG, they've got a bit of the upper hand because of just how things kind of fall in place. It was great that Nino was able to capitalize a kill and catch, utilizing his flicker, but still, you're seeing how difficult it is for them to actually enter these objectives, enter the fight, especially when Cram goes forward with the Black Dragon form.
Yeah, Cram is a lot more proactive right now. As Valkyrie said though, used by Innocent. Another 1v1.
They're just slapboxing at this point. No, she eats shield, she makes shield. Alec goes down. This guy's able to get the kill. Doom's gonna get pushed back. Yasuke has a Phantom Steed, but at this point he just wants to get away. A nice defensive RWM. Nino jumps back in, but just to get Vision and Alter Ego, give up the turtle.
That's great for SRG to go ahead and fight for the turtle. They do end up getting themselves secured. Yasuke just wanted to go grab his buff, and they're kind of having a hard time also dealing with the Suyo. This is a much better time for Sakai's here to kind of be able to weave in and out of these fights, utilizing that kit from Suyo, and it's really helping avoid some of this setup potential. Alec.
Nice way of the dragon, but a big petrify on Yasuke. He's unable to engage. Phantom Steed finally does come out, but he's too low to help Alex. Cram, 2-0 and 2.
SRG are not giving any breathing room for Alter Ego. Not even opportunities for Nino to just scout out the members, nor Yasuke to confidently use the Phantom Steed as he wants. Hijume too, he's been constantly forced to use the real-world manipulation around this area, not in any way trying to set up for the objectives, because SRG have been taking control of majority of it, and this shutdown that they've been able to accomplish towards Alec is huge.
Weller is ready, and in comes Sakai. Zarfi able to flick away to safety. But Yasuke gets pulled in. He's got the Phantom Steed out. One more shot, but Sakai's able to dash back. Innocent now, trying to lock on, but Yasuke still escapes with a beautiful way of the dragon from Alex to Shunpo. And Alter Ego escapes death by a hair.
Alter Ego just isn't dying. What is going on here? I mean, great way to kind of avoid that, because that should have been a couple kills over to SRG. It should have converted to a turret though. So they will get something. They continue to build the lead that they have, nearing the 3,000 mark.
Yeah, this is the Alter Ego who you get to see not be as successful in terms of forcing the fights just yet. Even at that moment, the Way of the Dragon was used defensively just to make sure that they wouldn't be able to accomplish the chase towards Yasuke anymore now that Innocent is able to join the fights. However, things are looking a bit too good for SRG.
Yeah, when you look at this lineup again, the hard part for Alec, as you see him 0-3, is this attempt to kick the right target. But like, who is the right target essentially going to be over here? Especially with Stormy, you know, he's rocking the Purify, so mainly he's going to be okay. But even so, it's just been really difficult for him to actually get this kick. Oh, Alec.
There's no escape from that one. Cram able to find Alec. RWM comes out defensively once again to try to keep SRG away. Yasuke with a Phantom Steed backs off. Arfi though, able to zone away Innocent. Man, that RDM just is continuously used defensively.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to really launch an attack at any point now.
And at the same exact spot for 3 times already, where it's just moments before the turtle, and that everyone from SRG just gets to escape. So now they clearly have the upper hand. They'll take another turret away from Alter Ego.
A lot of damage on Nino. He might not be able to escape this one. Finally, Stormy gets the kill. Hijume just trying to clear the wave at this point.
They've just kind of shut down Alter Ego Esports' plan, and a lot of it, like I said, has been on the whims of Alec being shut down. Arfi is able to tank up a lot of damage at this point so far, but definitely still needs to build up these items defensively, because Alec can't do it all, man. And as you just saw from Nino, if Nino gets overloaded, even on Uranus, he's gonna get taken out. So they have to go ahead and play catch up. I mean, think about, there's been nothing fancy about this game's early game, but you're looking at a 4K gold lead for SRG. They've gotten a couple turrets down. They've put themselves in the best position possible to contest and most likely take that first Lord unless something goes terribly wrong in that fight.
Yeah, Yum's also picking up the Radiant Armor, means that he'll be able to tank a lot more of the damage either from Arfi or even Hijume at this point, who honestly always gets chased down, always SRG is just always making sure that he feels a bit more hesitant to use the real-world manipulation. I'm hoping they find a bit of an opening in this upcoming fight, because so far SRG, Cram starting things off all the time with the Black Dragon form just makes it impossible for them.
Yeah, Nino popping the Consecrate. Arfi's still trying to hold this down. You know they got 20 seconds for the objective to come up, and it's SRG looking for a potential pick off or fight that they can force Alter Ego into. And you know, just again, the nature of this game, the pacing of it, very different from the previous 2 here.
You know, this is what happens when both teams draft 3 bulky boys, 2 tanky jungles, or 2 bulky jungles, and a female mage. Basically, they drafted the little girl as your mage.
I mean,
Basically, what we're looking at. I mean, if nobody goes down, this is such a different game than what we were watching.
Checks, I was following along, man, until that. So, hey, the Lord, though, secured by Sakai's.
Okay. Oh, boundary descent. Committed by Nino. Oh, on Nino. Okay.
All right, AE gonna back off. Lord casually goes to SRG at that point, and that's what I mean, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody's going down at 6-1, and now Nino's bulky, Arfi's bulky,
Yeah.
Graham's bulky, Innocent's bulky. Neither team has a marksman. Like, how are any of these guys gonna kill any of these 4 heroes at this point? I got a feeling we might be in for a long one.
I was waiting for the Stormy shout out, but
Big Stormy shout out. Hey, right now, with that Lord making its way down bot, I don't know if Alter Ego Esports is going to be in the best position to contest this, but they're going to try to go for a kill on Cram.
Oh, a lot of damage on to Cram. Yakuza might finally be able to pick one up. Sakai's goes down. Black Dragon to run away, but Yasuke snipe him off the map. What? With a long shot spear of the sword. On the mid side though, able to take the tier 3. A nice falling star moon on to Innocent, but AE got what they wanted. 2 for 0 trade, and now down to the bot lane to stop the Lord.
But you see the targeting, right? You see who Yazuka clearly wants.
Another
Going for Yoops.
3 men onto Yumes. Yumes caught in the midst. Will be able to get away. They know Stormy's coming, so they want to back up. Yazuke wants to get back to base. Alec gets pulled back.
I mean, if you're SRG, would you even expect that Alter Ego would have wanted to pick a fight, knowing fully well that there's a Lord marching down bottom and that they only left Nino and Hijume to take care of it? So
Yeah.
Alter Ego still have these very weird but surprisingly working off timings for them when they decided to go for that engage. Yazuke clearly just wanted that kill on Sekai's and he found it.
This is the surprising thing here. I mean, despite everything that's happened in the pretty much the majority of the game, Yazuke is fine. Like, itemization-wise, he's pretty much keeping up with Sakai's. He's going to try to fight for his purple buff. He should be able to get it with the help of Nino, so that's there. And also across the board, really, they're not that far behind. I mean, look at this Lord advantage off of that Lord. They really didn't get that much, which is surprising again. And maybe a big part of that is because, like you mentioned, Trex, they just don't have the, those marksmen that you're used to seeing. You're kind of, you got a similar lineup in a way where it's like, yeah, you just have to kind of throw each other's bodies at each other and hope that you come out with a win in that because of the bulkiness, if that's what we're going to go ahead and call it, like these tankier heroes and setting things up around a Cho, for example, is your main component to make this work for now. And a lot of your damage, if it's not going to be able to be capitalized in a real-world manipulation with Hijume, it's Yazuke to do it. And like we've seen before with the Leomords countless times throughout the knockouts, unfortunately, he's had a little bit of a more difficult time approaching those fights just because of the way that SRG's lineup works. You can see this now too. Trinity achieved here for Innocent. I mean, Innocent has just been doing his thing, farming up 0-0-0 right now on the Freya. But now he's going to be kind of a nuisance to deal with. He's going to be able to pop off the damage towards that backline, especially on Hijume if he goes here. So the fight for this Lord starting up. Again, a little bit of an awkward positioning for both teams to try to execute this.
Yeah, maybe we will be looking at whether or not Alec does find the right opening too, and how are they gonna link up together. Oh, he misses the Phantom Steam.
RBL!
Huge Black Dragon does come out. They're gonna try to zone Yasuke away. Sakai's able to get the Lord. Arfi on the run, Cram able to get the knock up. But in comes Yumes and Alec. Nice kick on a Sakai's, but it's more to just disengage. Alec will go down, but Yasuke has the steed finally back. RWM to catch 2, and Arfi's brought low, but Yasuke brings 2 back into the RWM, and Cram might not be able to get away from this one. Yasuke dashes back, Stormy gets the kill.
All right, now it's gonna be Innocent going for the chase. It's Nino who is after. Arfi will have to disengage because Nino, only with a flicker. Oh, actually still survived, but not for long.
Now it's just Arfi against 4. He might be bulky, but it might be too much. He's pulled back into the midst. And Sakai's gets it. They might be able to try to force this in here.
Oh man, it's only Alec against all of SRG essentially. Can he stop him?
Nice Black Dragon. Wave still has to come out, but Alec goes down, and SRG will lock on the base and get one step closer to evening the score.
We are not going to have a sweep. Not in the lower bracket semis. Not in the lower bracket finals.
Hey, after what we saw in the last series, it cannot end in a sweep. And we're happy about it. I'm sure everyone is too, because we got to see more of this. And that's the thing. It all started with, hey, you got to take away the Freya, right? They got the Freya for SRG, but it was more than that. It was them being able to utilize this lineup, make quick work in the early game. They also got a power pick with the Yuzhong that was able to put pressure around objectives, which just made that time easier. I mean, the Suyo right now is 100% win rate. It's only got picked up twice so far, but that was a great draft from SRG and well executed.
Yeah, a very commendable reset too, if I may say. After what happened, and after how Alter Ego were just able to snatch away the first 2 games, it's great to see how SRG are in this kind of form, such discipline, even from the laning phase, and that punish or the denial for Alec to actually just look for whatever setups he wants to go for. That hurt Alter Ego so much.
Figured after this, I don't know if Alec's is going to play the show again, man. He got completely shut down there. Let's go ahead and throw it to the panel to break down our game 3.